what is the definition of a brownfield. And we all know that we're talking about dilapidated kind of places, things that haven't been redeveloped, that we think ought to be redeveloped, and that are sitting on some of the prime real estate in not just our region, but throughout the country. And they are sites that once generated tremendous wealth for the communities, where they created jobs, where they paid tremendous taxes. They were the hearts of many of the communities. They can be mill sites, they can be downtown sites, such as the NWCTEDC site, for example, in Torrington. They can be mill sites out east in Connecticut, Sprague Mills. Virtually the entire downtown is the mills. Or in Willimantic, you have similar kinds of situations. And all across the country, these sites have fallen into disrepair because they don't always fit the modern economic model about how are you going to generate income out of sites. They don't have the clear spans, they don't have ceiling heights, they aren't energy efficient, and so over time we've gone and built out new facilities. You've got industrial parks in a lot of places, and so sometimes the reuse of these sites is something that we have to think about as almost the first issue when we try to address them. What's going to be the outcome? In brownfields, unlike many other kinds of projects, you try to approach it from the end first and work backward. What do I mean by that? Well, when you take a normal kind of a development, you pick a piece of land and you think, okay, I can develop this as a number of things, and you go in, you go through the zoning process, and you get all the permits that you need, and you have a build out. In brownfields, you've got a site that's already been developed, so you have to disassemble it, and that means if you start at the end, what's our projected reuse, and think about working backwards through the problems, you can get to the point where you need to start in order to make that site come back around. Because often it looks very daunting. You can stand in front of the place, it's an old factory, you don't know what's there, you've heard rumors about this and that being buried on the site, you've heard that it's got hazardous contamination and that it's just so reversed in value that nothing can be done there. And one of the things that is true about brownfield sites is very often they're nowhere near as bad as they appear. There are many successful turnarounds all across the country.